Here's Bird. Pull-up jumper. I had to bring a gift bag and hide it in the gift bag when I was proposing to my now wife, Andrea. And Katie Lou, gang rebounding there. Bird gives it up. Dupree. Good movement here from Seattle. Bird will line it up. Dupree gives it up. Bird in the corner.
Thread the needle. It's stolen by Lloyd. It's a 3-on-2 for Seattle. Bird. Powers. A little too strong there. Sue Bird chases it down the roof against the Storm, attacking into the paint, getting it into fouls, and being able to drive from the perimeter. Lloyd met by the double team from fouls, who recovers back over to Dupree. Bird by herself. Extra pass to Sue Bird, perhaps a pass to herself, straight up into Stewart to try and affect that shot. From the out, her own shot, here is Jontis, who misfires. A rebound to Bird. Dupree going against Banham in the post. The double team comes, and here is Bird wide open. It falls. Shooting 44%, the Lynx down, quote unquote, to 47.5%. But still maintaining this, going coast to coast. Rebound to Russell. And a very, very quiet Target Center. I think still, like all of us, a little bit stunned at how this fourth quarter has gone. Sue Bird.
Jewel tries to save it and does. Great hustle by Jewel Lloyd. Sue with it. Quick screen from Brianna. Pull up. 4 on the shot clock. Sue sees it. Got to float it up. High post Jones. Picked off by Jewel Lloyd. 3-on-1 the other way. Sue's got it. She's going to coast into the lane. Seattle dodged a big bullet right there. It was a 5-on-4 wide open 3 for DeWanna Bonner. Sue tries to answer, and 2018 until they played one just a couple of days ago against Dallas, and now they've got another one here tonight.
Converting in traffic against these bigs.
And here's Sue stepping in front of a Jonquel Jones pass. Now to Lloyd with it. Sue for a dagger early in
Right now.
Dribble drive by Collier, playing her first game back for Minnesota after winning a championship in France. This is that shot. It'll be Storm basketball. Sue spin.
Right now, frankly, like Seattle looked in the first quarter in Minnesota,
That's
where
right.
they just weren't in rhythm yet, and some uncharacteristic turnovers like that one against Shepherd.
Second turnover on Minnesota. They have one field goal, and here's 3 ball on the way. No good. Brianna off to the races.
5-on-4.
Seattle's such a good fast-breaking team. Now Sue has it. Somebody forgets Dupree is a starting caliber player.
This is a potent offensive lineup on the floor right
yes,
now.
Yes, it is. Here's Sue with it. Pull up. Ladies Russell to help and causes the turnover. 3-on-2 the other way. Sue.
Do the same. I love that about the WNBA and their players.
Yeah, they've been doing it for several years now. It's the screen from Russell. Pops it. Robinson right before the break. They had not had one since the first quarter. Cox now with the miss. Seattle, such a great fan base there. By the way, they're playing this their whole season at the Angel of the Winds Arena in.
Here's Sue with it for 3. Oh man, the lack of
Game 4, up and down game.
Sue's been quiet tonight, but not able to score.
This Dallas Wings team finally whole and finally running out the starting 5 that you would expect. The ability to have maybe of 9 for Seattle.
And Agumbawale. We might be seeing the wares of 2 tired basketball teams here. Here's Sue Bird with it. She hits it. Gets it back. Sue in the corner. Sets her feet. Fires and hits. And we've got game 4.
The first quarter yesterday, 34-28. We're 2:45 from halftime, and they haven't got there yet.
And Sue's trying to add. Brianna getting her long arms out there, getting that deflection, and she's got the basketball on the offensive end now. Sue with it. Pull up from 18 and in. Sue.
Sims with the pressure as well on Sue Bird, not allowing her to get the ball in. Prince at the top of the key. You can see the blitz.
Pressure.
But with the can't get that one, but has been everywhere on the floor. Russell, mid-range shot by Williams, no good. To Bird, a little bit of the hesitation, but I really have a feeling that the assistant coach, Daniel LaForce, is going to say the same thing. We need that energy right out of the gate. Pretty sure she was.
Important shot for Courtney because Tiffany Hayes was the only player for the Dream in double figures on Wednesday. That will need to change.
He's trying to squeeze through to the bucket, doesn't get it to go. Sue Bird from...
Even though she weighs just 140 pounds at 6'4", she is strong.
Here's Sue dives to the rim. Now they'll have to reset. 8 on the shot clock for 30 against Heidemann. On right to Bird, stepping in front. One-on-one the other way.
Flying to Indiana, 5 road games in the span of 8 days for the Storm, but they are poised to start 3-0 on this trip.
For those that haven't been to the Mohegan Sun Arena, it's pretty much equal.
Vivian's had it knocked away by Bird. Robinson gets back. Bird 3. She's starting to look a lot more like the Kelsey Mitchell we saw last year.
And that was a great wide open shot as well. The Indiana Fever
fades and leaves it short. Now Bird has the mismatch on to Breland.
Points a game and only gives up 75 to their opponents.
Indiana leaving a lot of points at the line tonight, where they are 6 of 12. Bird battles out.
To Mitchell, but what I'm going to say is when Tierra McCowan gets the ball that close to the basket, she needs to look for something herself first. But defense stayed off, so she just nailed that three-point shot.
Breland's 3rd 3 of the season. She doesn't shoot a Bird and opens. Danielle Robinson starts off the 3rd quarter with a drive. Her shot off targets. Sue Bird, hesitation. Mitchell had it knocked away from behind. Prince out to Bird here in the 3 to 7 range, but Mitchell turns it over. Great outlet pass.
Suey.
Here's Sue with it. Driving in with the left hand. Oh, the step through move. We don't see that from Sue.
And then play their game in the second half with a Mystics team that is down on numbers and could get tired.
Sue on the curl. She fires from 17. Here's Sue with a 3 on the way from Birdie.
Go another chance. Wilson still can't get it to drop, and finally Seattle secures the rebound. They out-rebounded Vegas 17-6 in that first 11 Seattle turnovers, 7 from Las Vegas. Here is Bird getting it back. Here's Young. Too strong, and the rebound to Seattle. Bird pushing pace. Spinning around the score.
3 out of the corner. There we go. Sue's been a little in the last game. 19 points and 11 rebounds. Sue is 2 for 2. Catch and shoot Sims. That's badly missed. And she continues her 0 from 3-point range against Seattle this year. She is now 0 for 9. Sue is not a point game. 3:35 left. Stewart loses the defense. Kicks it to Samuelson. Now inside Russell. Back out Sue. Great look at it. Rotation and a splash. One half-court offense play right here. Samuelson gets the screen. Back to Sue. Great look at a 25-footer and cut it down.
To the basket.
Epiphany Prince, the veteran, getting the start tonight, of course, for Jewel Lloyd. Bird, a wide open trip.
Maintaining that mentality and doing exactly what Kobe spoke with her about.
Bird, another triple. Bird, the leaner, gets her own rebound.
This team,
it was a 9-point deficit for LA at the half. It's now just 1. Bird.
2 huge players But then, of course, Phoenix will be missing their head coach, Sandy Bondello.
Here's
Reiner. Skyler working on Sue Bird. Left that one a little light.
A couple opportunities missed in transition by the Mercury. Wide pieces we heard, so they've got to continue to put that effort in.
Phenomenal things for the Mercury.
Skyler acquired in a sign and trade with Dallas last year, and just a tremendous addition to this Mercury club. Russell, now Samuelson, swings it around to a wide open Bird. Has a nice move there. Turner, not a great scorer. She's a great rebounder, but she does have some moves inside. Here's Sue, the pull up. Here's Lloyd, trying to break down the defense. Kicks in the corner. Sue with 2 on the shot.
Arm of Skylar Diggins-Smith, who was running at it again.
Seattle can take it all the way down to about 40 seconds before they shoot. 42 to be exact. Here's Jewel. Fans are on their feet now. They can smell it. Jewel, step back, over to Sue. 4 on the shot clock. The big 1-2.
A legend coming out of the broadcast, but certainly one of the players was laid the foundation for.
Trying to figure out where their offense is going to come from. The spacing not as good as they.
Miller is the first to tell you that this Connecticut team, you go back to that overtime loss to Seattle, if you flip-flop that game.
A lot of bodies flying around this second half. It's getting more physical. The players know exactly what's on the line.
Judy Richards do the assignment in the fourth quarter and help with that 8 for 7 as Bird dials it up, but the Liberty have to get that. You know, we're starting to see that too. They're starting to come together and play together as Bird hits that jump. And on the perimeter, Katie Lou Samuelson tries baseline. Kicks it out to Sue Bird, wide open wing.
Lion's share of the load has been on Ariel Atkins and Tina Charles throughout this year. You know, Cloud has missed time, Maisha Hines-Allen has missed time, Sydney Reese. I mean, you go down the line, and those 2 players played in the Olympics.
It's better than 34%. As Stewart, again, great defense there. Here comes Sue Bird in.
Malaysia Clarendon and how well she has played this season. A name that we're probably not saying enough for how steady she's been for Minnesota and just how much of a great year she's having.
Not many defenders have the length to block.
He keeps getting better and better, and it's just incredibly wide open this season because there are so many excellent teams.
I thought I had a good view of the what an answer by Minnesota. What an answer after Seattle cut it so close.
A 9-1 run. The defense has turned up.
They can beat the Seattle team.
Bird short on a 3. Magmagor trying to flag it down. She does. Another chance here for the Storm. Bird being chased by Clarence.
Hopper has the ability to get off the deck quickly.
And Sue. Jewel with it now. There's the post up. You got a mouse in the house. Vandersloot Gardner. Kick back out Sue. Wide open. Right into the hands of Brianna Stewart. Look at Jewel running the side on the far side. Here's Sue for the defensive end of the floor.
Came away with a double-double. I believe it was 11 points, 10 boards for Stevens, and definitely had a productive day.
Here's Sue Bird catch, and she floats it up a little long, gets her own rebound. Nicely done. Whole lot of white shirts in there. Kicks out to a...
So if Seattle comes to play on that end of the floor, it's going to be tough for New York to score.
Liberty can't control.
Megan Gustafson tries to put it back in, and she misses. Sue on the push. Katie Lou drives in. Here's Sue out of the corner.
If they don't get that big lead, it can be a little dicey.
And another turnover by the trap. Sue trying to add.
And open for just a sec, but couldn't handle the pass.
Russell back against the post. You're not going to leave Sue. Sellis. That one's off the back rim.
Another excellent defensive possession for Seattle. The double team coming to Charles early.
Here's Sue again. Another 3 more possessions here. They can get up close or reach that top spot. Sue with it. Pull up jump.
Players on this roster as well, Ross. I mean, some asked to take on larger roles and or smaller roles once injured players return. Here's Bird, a wide open look.
Now of points and a quarter. Can she do it here? Lloyd skips it to Bird. 3 on the way.
10 straight misses for Phoenix. Lloyd Weaving, kicking, Bird a three. Miner fading away, can't get it to go. McLemore the rebound, Bird. Point, Phoenix lead, Bird will fire and hit Bird. Bird looking to shake Petty, flips it up and in. Communication there between Bird and Lloyd. Bird a three to tie.